Divine woman, follow your heart. That's what I want to talk about right now. It's coming up for me time and again. So if you don't know me, my name's Claire. I help women to reclaim their freedom and clarity on the spiritual path, to empower them to step into a life that they really want to live with purpose, with joy, with passion. So follow your heart. It's a big topic. Oh my goodness. So is there something in your life that keeps coming up? It keeps coming up time and time again. Somewhere deep in your core, you know that really you're supposed to follow it. But for whatever reason, you're not. Something you really want to do, but maybe you don't feel ready. It could be maybe a part of yourself that you're rejecting, something like that. I'm really sorry to tell you this, but it's not going to go away. It won't go away. The spiritual path is inviting you to just be more of who you are, more of who you really are, not who you think you are. It's a very different thing. The further down this path you go, the more you see who you really are and what you're meant to do on this earth. And you're being called to do that. You are. And I know for me, it just got more and more painful until I actually just stepped into it. I really did. I had to just go, blow it. You know, I'm going to do it. But it can feel a lot. It can feel a lot. So let's say, for instance, years and years ago, earlier on in my journey, like over 10 years ago, more than that, I knew that I was supposed to help other people. I didn't know how. At the time, I couldn't even help myself, so it made no sense, right? I was a mess. I was a constant emotional mess. My head was like a freight train. I felt like, I talk about the tumble turmoil, right? Like that's what my days were like, because I was just going round and round in this thinking tumble dryer, just getting battered by life, like to and fro, not knowing what the heck to do to make things feel better. And yet it was always there, that knowing that I needed to help other people. So it sent me on this quest to figure out how I could help myself. And that is what actually ended up setting me free, stepping into the life that I really wanted. And then, yes, helping other people on the back of what I had learned from my own journey. And it didn't go away. It just kept getting louder and louder and louder until I listened, until I took action. It can show up in so many ways. I mean, I've spoken to people who genuinely, really, they knew they were gay, but they were frightened of coming out. They were frightened of being who they were. For so many reasons. Maybe people feel as though they wouldn't be accepted. Whatever it is, you know, so many reasons. Fear of losing other people around them, maybe. Fear of stepping into that new identity. Or maybe it's like me, you've got a dream and you really, really want to go for it. And there's that thought that comes in, yeah, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'll do it when I feel ready. You're not going to feel ready. You've got to just do it. One caveat though, here's the thing. The spiritual path is showing us everywhere we're limited, right? So if you're in that tumble turmoil, which so many of us do have at some point, for me it was just ongoing for years until I started to listen, until you know how to calm all of that down, until you know how to come into a state of peace, just into that state of relaxation and just grounded, calm activity. It's going to be a lot harder to do that. And the way that we do it is to clear what's coming up for us in that moment. So if you've got something that you want to do, you're going to need to start and actually do that. But when you do, you're going to need the tools to be able to clear whatever emotion, whatever energy, you know, whatever difficulties come up for you, you're going to need to be able to clear that. It's so critical, and that is how we grow on this path. We're presented with challenges of doing these things that really in our hearts we know we have to do, and we grow. We grow. It's an opportunity. We become more of who we are. And do you know what? Actually, through doing that, through stepping into It felt like I was taking a leap of faith, or like stepping into a fire or something. It was a lot. It was a lot. But through doing that, I've become me. I've become who I really am. I've become who I'm supposed to be in this world. And you can do the same. You absolutely can. You've got to decide that you're going to, though. And in all honesty, I needed a lot of help to do that. I had to go and study with some of the world experts in consciousness, in mind-body connection, in metaphysics, in meditation. And I used a combination of all of those things in my path, so that I could clear the way, so that I could clear the old programming that was holding me back, all of these stories of I can't do this, I'm not good enough to do this, I'll wait, this is too uncomfortable, I can't cope with the emotion that's coming up, all of that stuff. And this is why I'm so passionate about what I teach. It's because I've done it, and I know how much difference this can make in people's lives. It's amazing. It is freedom. It's freedom, because after a while you start to realize that genuinely nothing other than your own mind can really hold you back. Genuinely. It's incredible. If you would like some more support, if you would like to learn more about this, I talk about all of these kinds of things in my group. If you've got any questions, head on over to my free Facebook group, because I offer support in there. Like, if you've got some questions, you can post, and I'll gladly make videos. I'll gladly speak to you in there. Head on over. It's called the Female Consciousness Collective. I'll put a link in the text so that you can join, but I'd love to see you. I'd love to meet you. Come in, introduce yourself, say hi. Say what it is that your heart's calling you to do. What is it that you really want to do, and that at the moment you're not? I'd love to know. I'd absolutely love to know. It's so exciting to me when I hear people's dreams, what they'd love for themselves. It's beautiful. So head on over. Love to meet you. And in the meantime, have an amazing day. Have a beautiful day. Lots of love. Bye.